All right, with this West 2 weather update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. We have an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane right now on the verge of being a Cat 5 in the west central Caribbean. So we're going to take you there here in a second. What you hear behind me is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pregame show. Kendra's working on that, and so she'll be popping off here in just a couple minutes. So we'll go from quiet voice to normal voice here in just a couple of seconds. But let me show you the latest now with Ada. It's an extremely dangerous hurricane. Jeff, Joyce, Patrick, Patty, Carla, Eric, Torres, good to have you there. Sheila, Rachel, Marie, happy birthday to your mom. John Burns, Darlene Mize, Danielle, Liz, Juan, big crowd in here right now. Garcilaso Martins, Helene Rich, good to have you there. Brittany Bichetti, Jennifer Schofield, Colleen Shearer, Andrea, Andrew, Brad, Jojo Vaughn, Diane Cormier. Good to have you guys in here again. The lead story, the big story here tonight is incredibly powerful, extremely dangerous Hurricane Ada, closing in on Honduras and Nicaragua tonight while moving on to the west southwest. Winds at 150 miles an hour. So again, folks in both Nicaragua and Honduras are definitely going to need your prayers. It's going to be incredible flooding, wind damage. The potential for loss of life is incredibly high with this particular feature. It reminds me of what Mitch did here in Central America a couple years back. So we'll have to watch this. Francis O'Connell, John Hilgus, Mabel Briones, Heather Hen, Francis, Marcus, Ruthie, Brad. I know, Brad, tell me about it, right? Again, it just doesn't want to quit. But again, a very powerful, very dangerous hurricane right now in the southwestern Caribbean. Let me show you the latest information and the latest cone. And the one thing that we're going to have to watch is that as it comes ashore, it may begin to curve back towards the west northwest. And if it can survive the higher terrain of Central America there, then it may try to reemerge once again by the time we head to Friday or Saturday into the northwestern Caribbean. And a few of the computer models are doing that, saying that it is going to survive, saying that it will regenerate. And I'm going to show you some of the scenarios here in just a second. Let me just go ahead and share this to a couple of different pages right there. Here's a look now at the latest computer model trends and tracks. And you can see right there, there's the models all going across Nicaragua, Honduras, and then just south of Belize City, and then kind of curling back towards the north and the east. So again, something that we're going to watch. Remember now, the waters here are still incredibly warm. If we take a look at what's going on here, obviously there's a good deal of wind shear over us right now. That's going to keep that at bay. But the bottom line is this: once that trough of low pressure pulls out, it should begin to build high pressure in and pull this back to the north and the west, and then eventually back to the northeast. So you got high pressure here, you've got high pressure here, and then you've got high pressure here. So as this pulls out, this high is going to win out, and then that's going to try to pull things back to the north. And that's what we'll have to watch here. But let me show you the satellite radar presentation, and that is just, it's a small, but it's a very powerful storm system right now, for sure. Look at that eye, folks. Unbelievable. It's just crazy, isn't it? Right, so that's a look at, that is a look at that eye. That is bearing down in Central America, bearing down on Nicaragua and Honduras. And it's just you got to keep these folks in your thoughts and prayers. It's just as simple as that. It may be a small storm, but a very intense storm. Sabiel, Good and Erica, Jojo Lovejoy, Maria Nana Italiana, Good to have you. Thank you for popping on in. Now the wave action here is off. I don't know. This definitely looks. Give me one second. I'm gonna just pixel query. Yeah, that's totally not right. So we got some bad erroneous data in there with this. I mean, 150-mile-an-hour winds. You're gonna have wave action that's gonna be incredibly higher than that. That's for sure. Even down in here, where the water temperatures are running in the upper 80s to near the 90-degree mark. There can be Joyce Brownlow. Great question, Maria. Good to have you. Not this strong though. I mean, that's I've never seen a Cat 4, almost Cat 5 down there this late in November. That's for sure. Vicky had a good Disney day, she's saying. But here's what Futurecast is doing. This is the Euro. Takes it ashore, pulls it off to the west northwest through both Honduras and Nicaragua, winds down, weakens, and then comes out just south of Belize City or over Belize City, and then look at that. Tries to redevelop and does. So that would be next Thursday, 1 week from this Thursday. If again, the key here is if it can survive while being over Honduras and Nicaragua. Hey, Tony, downtown Winter Park, check in. Rocky, good to have you there. Good evening to you. Kathy Moats, Garcilaso, gotcha. Do you see the red wave in the future again? Yeah, there we go. Robert Hitler, thank you. So that is what we're doing. So here's the raw. I do one of the things you guys do like is this. Marisol Cruz, good to have you there, young lady. Appreciate you popping in. Don't forget my motto: sharing is caring. Rotan's a beautiful little island too. No doubt about that. So the Euro to me is doing a pretty good job. Very intense storm coming in, goes south, goes northwest. A very weakened fashion of it, right over Belize City. Sits there, begins to redevelop, gets a little bit stronger, pressure begins to go low again, and then look at that, towards the end. Tries to curve back towards Cuba. So again, something that we're going to have to watch for sure. Let me show you the American GFS model. Melanie, it's still on the table. Again, a lot will depend on what it does over Central America. Now, the GFS model is incredibly weak, so I don't like the way it initialized the storm here earlier today. But it as well takes the storm and then begins to lift to the north and the east. Much weaker feature here, and then gets a little bit better organized while going back towards Havana. So again, lots of things to watch. Jolene Clendence, Elizabeth, Lisa Michelle. It's the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, better than Ezra, by the way, Lisa Michelle. Hey, from Melbourne, Lori and Ralph, good to have you there. So that is a look at GFS. So when you put them on top of each other, good agreement there, although the GFS seems to be too weak. And then goes away for a couple days, and then you can see, look at the Euro. Euro goes bonkers. GFS is there, but much weaker. Nope, end of November, Renee. Waldina, good to have you there. Brandy Nicole. Brandy, no, not yet. Let's get through election day first, right? Karen, good to have you. Garcilaso. We can't do that because we're recording something here right now, Garcilaso. Yvette, Juliet, D.D. Hoffman, Chris Pierce. Good to have you there. So that's a look at the two models back to back. Somebody was asking about the tropical scorecard. 37 invest, 16 tropical storms, 7 hurricanes, and 5 majors. So when you compare it to 2005, same number of named storms. There were more hurricanes in 2005, not by much. The number of major hurricanes is now 7 to 5, but the Greek names are now outweighing the ones back in 2005, 7 versus 6. Shealy Baker, I did. I'm having a good Monday. Thank you. Sal Perone. Sal, I'm going to break that down for you in a second. Let's hope not, says Lisa Michelle. Yep, you are correct. Okay, cold weather. Let's talk about this here. Here's a look at the current temperatures. Nikki, good to have you there. Joanne Clendinst. Stelky, I said hi back. Jennifer Schofield. Mike Vera, good to have you there. Look at that. 55 at 8 o'clock over in Ocala. 62 in Orlando. Catherine, if there is an offshoot of this storm, then the answer is yes. Something we're watching. Janice Hepburn, Whiskey Horses, yep. Well said, and that's Elizabeth Hall, Jennifer Schofield. Danielle, thank you. They're going to need them. All right, 24-hour temperature change. Check this out. Anywhere from 4 degrees difference in Palm Bay, Melbourne to as much as 16 degrees colder up there in Ocala. So what does that mean? Out the door tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at this election day morning temperatures. We feel 44 in Ocala. I don't have a cold. I'm speaking softly and low because we're recording a special in our studio tonight. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow night I will not be doing a broadcast for weather, but I will be doing a broadcast just kind of giving you a look-see in the West 2 station here on election night. It gets kind of crazy, but I just wanted to bring that to you instead of doing the forecast because there's going to be a lot of folks in here doing what we do on election night, and I don't want to fight with them, so to speak. So I'll be the guy behind the scenes giving you some sights and sounds of what it's like to be in the newsroom on election night. Sorry, Mike. Sammy Joy, good to have you. 50s in Jacksonville writing. Yes, it's a chill, Terry. From Maine. Ooh, wow. Kathleen Muzzy Johnson. That's great. All right, so 49 Ocala, 54 Orlando, and 60 in Palm Bay. Let's get a couple cities in between. 44 Renwick, 44 Ocala, 45 Lynn. We head south to Wildwood, Leesburg, upper 40s to low 50s. Paisley, right around 50. We shoot down towards Kissimmee, St. Cloud, Point Siena, 55. We get back towards the coast now. It does get a little bit warmer with a northeast type of flow. And remember, the waters are still even. Thank you. Appreciate the dog pumpkin. Didi. Amy Riddle, how you been? Monday right now looks good. A couple showers, but nothing major. Karina Bennett. Terry, I'll take your 50, says Joanne. There's a look at I-4. 55 in Disney, 53 at Apopka, 51 to Land, 54 in Palm Coast, and 55 in New Smyrna Beach. So, again, that's what we're looking at there. So, election day forecast. Let's do this. Polls open at 7, obviously. Cooler start, 56. Noon, 75. And as polls are closing, right around 70 degrees. Not bad. Jennifer, love it. It is cool tonight, Colleen. Absolutely. I love that, right? All right, so that's election day. Let's take a look at that short range forecast. A lot of clouds along the coast. No rain tomorrow, though. Let's take a look now. Let's take a look at tomorrow afternoon's forecast. 73 Palm Coast, 74 up in Ocala, 78 Orlando, and 77 in Palm Bay. Michelle Turby, Michelle, you never know. Sandra Michelle, good to have you there. Leslie Guilford, good to have you there. There's no such thing as late. It's Facebook Live. You come on your own. You come as you wish. Now, launch forecast here, looking like this. Here you go. We've got an Atlas 5 tomorrow on election day. The window is from 5:30 to 8:10. We're watching the ground winds and a 90% probability of go. Thank you, Garcilaso. Gerardo Lopez, good to have you there. I'm loving this cool weather, says Shauna. Mary Evans, good to have you. Voted for the first time. Haley Riggs. Gotcha. Hey, Tony. Kenny Bear, good to have you there, Kenny. Thank you. You are right. It's 2020. Yes. Patrick Sparks. All right, so here's a look at Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There's your high building to the east. Rip currents, still a concern all week, and then showers start arriving Thursday and Friday with that deep easterly flow. So there you go. So that's a look at that. We have another launch. Let's get this launch in here now. This is for Friday. Falcon 9, liftoff winds, cumulus clouds, going to be a concern. So we'll watch that for you. And then as we head into the weekend, here you go. You see front down to the south. No signs of any tropical issues. However, a few pesky showers from time to time. And that will put the rain chances at 80%. both Saturday, excuse me, 60% Saturday and 50% on Sunday, 80 and 82 degrees. So that's kind of a look at that. All right, let's take a look now at the 7-day forecast here. Tuesday, 78. Wednesday, 80. Thursday, 83. Rain chances going up a little bit higher there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But the temperatures holding in the low 80s. NASA's amazing since Garcilaso. Angelique, good to have you there. Amanda Brady, don't forget my motto, folks. Sharing is caring. The more people we can reach by you guys sharing these Facebook Live feeds, the more people we can put in the weather known. That's what these feeds are all about, folks. That's what they're all about. So share away. Like the page, share the page, follow the page, whatever you can do. Terry Lottie, good to have you there. Roger, good to have you there. Sammy the Bull is in the house. Pamela Jaquez Lopez popped in. So that's a look at your 7-day. No real significant warm up. However, no significant chill except for tomorrow morning. Now, speaking of chill, I do want to show you this. There's our Florida weather. This is Mary. 31 right now in Bangor, Maine. 35 in Boston. You can see warming up into the 50s. Wichita, Sioux Falls. Denver is at 57. There you have it. And then as far as the snowpack is concerned, here in early November, you got a little bit there, mountains of West Virginia, upstate New York, lake effect snow is going on there. And then out west in the high country. So let's take a look now at the satellite loop here. And you can see, look at that lake effect machine going right now. Upstate New York, pretty quiet southeast. Pretty quiet across the country, to be honest with you, until you get out west. Couple features here that we'll be watching. All right, let's take a look at the world temperatures here. Kind of show you what we've got going on. 11 below, folks. Ooh, some of the coldest air thus far in Fairbanks. 2 below in Baker Lake. 5 above in Fort Ross. Iqaluit 18. Fort Nelson 10. Thompson 21. Moosonee coming in at 21. Ottawa 28. Wichita 55. El Paso 68. Vegas is at 80. San Jose 68. Panama City 79, Bogota 55, Manaus 75, La Paz coming in at 45, Santiago 63, Punta Arenas 50, Cape Town 63, Khartoum 82. Look at Moscow, Kiev in the 40s, Ankara, Turkey 27, Surgut, Astana, and Bishkek all in the 20s, Kabul 41, Bratsk 48, Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia 10 above. There's Yakutsk at 2 below, Seoul at 46, Sapporo at 48, Manila warming up to 86, Darwin down under really heating up now as they have gotten into their spring, 90, 95 Alice Springs, Adelaide 91, some of the warmest weather they've had thus far this season. So again, recap the big story. We've got a near Category 5 hurricane now. It's not, it's near. Keyword there is near. 150 mile an hour winds, a few degrees shy, a few miles per hour shy, I should say, of a Category 5 hurricane. This is going to be a disaster, a catastrophe for Nicaragua and Honduras. There's no doubt about that. A very intense storm. There's a look at the track coming in, then weakening, then turning back east and coming back into the northwestern Caribbean. If it can survive the higher country there of Central America, we'll have to just wait and see what happens there. So that's a look at what we've got right now. Let me go ahead and wrap that up. I need you guys to keep checking back in on this storm. There's a few models try to potentially long range bring it into the Gulf of Mexico. All right, so Tuesday, gorgeous weather to vote. Get out there and do it. No reason why you shouldn't vote. Weather is not going to be an issue there, so to speak. Wednesday, 80. Thursday, 83. Friday, 81. Rain chances going up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. With afternoon high temperatures again in the low 80s. All right, you guys are an awesome group. I do appreciate you checking in and saying hi. I'm going to let you guys get back to your evening shows. I am not going to do a weather forecast tomorrow. I'll give you a quick little update, but I am going to shoot some of the sights and scenes on my phone, which will be a little different look because of election night. It's going to be too busy in here. I don't want to get in their way, but I'll give you kind of like a live look in of what we're doing, how we're preparing and getting the latest information county by county, state by state for all of the races. So again, good group. Love you guys. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Thank you for popping in. And I will see you tomorrow. Get out there and vote. All right. See you, folks. Bye.